Hi there, I'm Jack Van Ryn, Mayor of the Town of Coaldale. I will be giving you a council brief from our regular council meeting that was held Tuesday, October the 10th, 2023. And the first item that came up on our agenda was under public hearings, and that was agenda item 5.1. It was one of two public hearings that we had this afternoon. And the first one was regarding the Area Redevelopment Plan Bylaw 878-P-09-23 regarding Civic Square. And the purpose of the presentation by our senior planner, Haley Weiner, was to present the proposed Civic Square redevelopment plan that had been prepared for portions of land located south of 20th Avenue or Main Street between 19th Street and 18th Street for consideration. And council provided first reading of the bylaw at our regular meeting held on September the 11th, 2023. And this all revolves around the fact that the downtown Coaldale has experienced significant economic growth and revitalization over the past 5 years. And in order to build upon the successes we've experienced, the town has prepared the Civic Square Area Redevelopment Plan to encourage the appropriate integration of retail, commercial, and dining establishments, also to improve vibrancy, economic vitality, and livability, and identify opportunities for redevelopment of vacant or underutilized properties. Also to encourage the sustainable development of the downtown community and build a strong sense of place that contributes to a positive community identity. And the Civic Square Area Redevelopment Plan will focus on the lands containing the Civic Square building, the town-owned lands to the south, and a small number of lots to the immediate west of the Civic Square building. And to prepare this document, town administration undertook the following process: a preliminary review of the statutory planning documents, preparation of the preliminary draft for review. We, as I mentioned, passed first reading on September the 11th, 2023, and revisions of the document. And then the notice of the plan preparation and public hearing was circulated in the Sunny South News and posted on the town's engagement platform. Invitations were also mailed out to landowners to meet with administration to discuss the plan, and the finalization of the document for submission to the public hearing for second and third reading that took place this afternoon. The plan had been developed by the town, continues supporting the revitalization efforts within the downtown area, and specifically the areas containing phases 1 to 3 on the Civic Square project. So this document at the end of the day aligns with the goals and objectives of the town plan and the various other levels of the planning documents in the province of Alberta. And additionally, the proposed document is in keeping with the intention and objectives of the Civic Square project that have been reviewed and approved by Town Council. So after the presentation, Haley did for Council, second and third reading were ultimately passed. So the agenda item 5.1 was passed. The next public hearing that we did was regarding land use bylaw amendment regarding rezoning bylaw 879-P-09-23. And again, we had our senior planner, Haley Weiner, present on that. And the purpose of the presentation by Haley regarding the proposed rezoning was regarding to redesignate lots 5 and 6, block 20, plan 6476AA from residential R1A to residential multi-unit R2 in order to accommodate future development. The proposed redesignation to a residential multi-unit would provide zoning that includes the following list of permitted uses: dwellings, apartments up to 4 units, semi-detached units, townhouse up to 6 units, accessory building, structure or use to an approved permitted use, a day home, a garden shed, home occupation 1, and a temporary shipping container. And the subject lands are currently vacant and within an established residential neighborhood. The adjacent land uses the predominantly low-density residential R-1A with 3 residential small lots, R1B properties located on the easternmost side of Block 20. So basically what they were trying to do, developer purchased these 2 lots, and they were trying to get it rezoned, as I mentioned, to R2 to accommodate a development application that he wants to bring forward to the town. And ultimately, the council had to make a decision on the rezoning only, and whatever the developer wants to do on that property once it's rezoned would have to jump through a few more hoops and jump over a few more hurdles before ultimately a development permit is issued. So for the sake of council, this at our meeting, we had to decide on the rezoning, and the first reading of the document proposal was passed at our September the 11th, 2023 meeting of council. And I just wanted to talk a minute about the first, second, and third reading. So when a proposal comes before council, in order for us to even start talking about it, we hear whoever's making the presentation explain what the proposed intent of the bylaw is, and then council will pass first reading, and that opens up dialogue, and that's when we schedule a public hearing where affected parties can come and make a presentation to council. And these are residents that live within a 60 meter of the properties in question, and that gives them opportunity to come and say if they're in favor of the project, against the project, and the reasons why they're not. It also opens up to anybody that wants to come and talk on the agenda item as well. And at our meeting this afternoon, we had quite a few residents come out for it because the developer wanted to build a multi-unit, an 8-plex on that property. And even though at tonight's public hearing, we were not concerned with what was going to be built there, it was only regarding the rezoning. But ultimately, the proposal to rezone was voted down by council. So that was the end of that discussion around agenda item 5.2. And in my comment section, I'll have the agenda package listed, so you can click on any of the links that I'm talking about, and it'll take you to the staff report that'll explain everything in further detail, because I'm just giving you a recap on what was discussed. The next item that came up on the agenda was under business arising from the minutes, and that was agenda item 6.1. And that was regarding development permit application 2023-149. That's under direct control regarding the outdoor civic square phase 3. And this was something regarding second and third reading now was passed at our March 27th, 2023 regular council meeting. And the intent of the direct control zoning for this parcel of land is to allow for the development of phase 3 of the Civic Square project. And as part of that, let me just back up here and find that. So as a result of the zoning on the part of the property being under direct control town council is the development authority because it's our own project, and therefore must consider and render a decision on a development permit application within the area zoned under drug control. So Haley Winder, our senior planner, presented on that again, and after her very well done presentation, council made a motion to approve the development application 2023-149 with the suggested conditions that Haley added to the document. So this is the development permit to, right now we're doing groundwork behind the Civic Square building, and then the next item that needs to be done is the paving of the parking lot. We're going to start working on that outdoor refrigerated skating rink. In order to do all that, we had to approve the development application, which council did this afternoon. Then under bylaws and policies, agenda item 7.1, we had our chief financial officer and our deputy CAO present on a borrowing bylaw 876-B-09-23 regarding second and third reading. And the first reading of the bylaw was passed on September the 11th, 2023. And the bylaw will facilitate various land purchases in the town of Coaldale to facilitate future economic development. The bylaw was advertised in the September 19th and 26th edition of the Sunny South News, and also on our social media platforms with no objections or requests were received by our administration team. And at the end of that discussion, council passed second and third reading of the borrowing bylaw 876-B-09-23. Agenda item 7.2 is regarding borrowing bylaw 877-B-09-23, and that was for second and third reading. And this was regarding the outdoor Civic Square project. And council passed second and third reading for the borrowing bylaw, and that is for a top-up fund that we may need for the project known as the outdoor Civic Square. And we need to pass this bylaw before the project can start. And right now, again, we're just doing groundwork, but before we can start on the outdoor skating rink and the refrigerated ice plant and all the items that go along with that, we have to have this borrowing bylaw in place. And we feel quite confident that we won't require it, but as per the Municipal Government Act, we need to have this in place, which we did. So those, the second and third reading was passed at our meeting this afternoon. And then we had some information items regarding the Emergency Advisory Committee meeting minutes from June 14th, May 5th, and February 22nd, which Council received for information. And thank you to that committee for doing such an excellent job looking after the town of Coaldale. And that concluded the open portion of the meeting, and then we went into closed session after that. So just to recap, on these videos that I make for you in the comment section, I will have the agenda package that was discussed and presented to council at our meeting this afternoon. And I strongly advise, if you want to look into what we discussed deeper, just click on any of the links. It'll take you to the staff agenda item, and they do a great job on explaining what's going on. If you still have further questions and comments, I'll have my contact information at the end of this video, my email address, my phone number. I encourage you to reach out to me anytime with any questions. Same goes for the rest of council. We all have our contact information either on our social media platforms, or you can find it by going to the Town of Coaldale website and look under the Government tab, and you'll see a tab there for council meetings, agendas, and how to reach to members of Town Council. And then obviously, if you see us on the street, stop us. We'll have a discussion. We can take you out for coffee. Not only myself, but any member of council. If you see us at a community event, I strongly encourage you to come and have a discussion with us, and we look forward to chatting with our residents. So other than that, do me a favor when you see this video, like it. It takes a bit of work to put one of these together. Share it, and leave me a comment to see what I can do better, because I'm always looking for input from our residents. Other than that, thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.